Hello students, good to see you again. I've been on vacation and we also had Christmas break, and then my computer went down, so I've had to get a new computer and it's had to be reprogrammed. So we're now ready to get back to reading. Hope you all had a very nice Christmas. I hope that everything is going well in school and that you're following the rules and trying to be safe. The story I have for you today is a new book for me. I've not read this before to the classes. It's called The Way Home for Wolf. And this is written by Rachel Bright and illustrated by Jim Field. I believe I have another book called The Koala Who Could, by Rachel Bright, and we'll try to read that later in the year. This is called The Way Home for Wolf. And from this picture, I know where we probably are located for the story, because I've been there. I'm betting that we are in Alaska with snow-covered mountains, forest, wolves, other animals that you'll meet, and up in the sky we see something called the Aurora Borealis, or the Northern Lights. Really neat things to see. Okay, let's start. As a rainbow of lights flickered soft in the night, dusting diamonds of ice in a desert of white, the wild whipping wind, it whistled its tune to a howling of wolves and a shimmering moon. Oh, oh. And the loudest "Arr!" in this echoing song was a wolfling called Wilf at the heart of the throng. He loved to be fierce and longed to be grown. He liked to try everything all on his own. "Look at me, I'm big, I'm tough," he would growl, while he showed off his strength and practiced his prowl. One night, it was time for the wolves to move on. New folks had moved in. Their shelter was gone. So they left right away to find a new cave. They would have to walk far, and they'd have to be brave. "Let's go," shouted Wilf. "I'm ready to lead." "You're too small," laughed the wolves. "It's an elder we need." "One day," they advised, "you will guide from the front." "I suppose," muttered Wilf with a huff and a grunt. They struggled through snow as high as their flanks and leapt over rocks as they scaled icy banks. Wilf gave his all to keep pace and keep up, but strong-willed as he was still just a pup. There's Wilf, way back here. He kept dropping back with each clamor and climb. There's Wilf. There the rest. As the pack journeyed farther away all the time, there's Wilf. There's the pack. Exhausted and breathless, he strayed off the track. when a blizzard blew in. And he lost his way back. Wilf longed to howl, "Help!" and to holler it loud. But his throat was too hoarse, and his heart was too proud. He lay on the tundra, his tail curled up tight. A blanket of stars was his bed for the night, until crack went the ice. Crack and crack. Wilf jumped to all fours with a deafening shriek. He stuck out the claws on every limb. He had to hold on because wolflings can't swim. Then he fell and he fell, rolling and spinning. It felt like the end, but was just the beginning. Since somebody down there had heeded his scream, and she swooped from beneath like a watery dream. "I'll help you," she called. "Just reach for my horn." A majestic and magical sea unicorn. These are real. You know what they're called? Narwhals or narwhals. Wilf's pride washed away, and he stretched out a paw, and she lifted him gently back onto the shore. "Don't worry," she sung before dipping her brow. "My friend, Mr. Walrus, will help you out now." And there, right behind him, a huge, tusky fellow lifted his whiskers and let out a bellow. "To the ridge," he proclaimed with his chin in the air. "My friend, mighty muskox, will take you from there." And with waftings of fish and a very loud snort, their journey was made, and their travel seemed short. There's Wilfling. And there, sure enough, on the ridge was the ox, who took Wilf as far as his friend the Arctic fox, who followed his nose through the trees to a goose, who guided him honking to this ancient moose. The moose knew these wiles like no other soul. He was steady and true in pursuit of their goal. And as twilight closed in, Moose sang out a call to a fluttering, tiny fluff ball. A bear moth who showed Wilf the rest of the way to the place where this wolfling most wanted to stay. "Thank you," Wilf waved as he rejoined his pack, and the wolves howled with joy that their wolfling was back. They huddled him in and cuddled him close and fussed over which wolf had missed him the most. Wilf, he knew then that when all come together, the darkest of times are easy to weather. So he bowed to the narwhal, ox, walrus, and goose, and vowed to the fox and the moth and the moose. if ever I meet one who's strayed off their track, I'll help them along by guiding them back. And true to his word, Wilf is different now, and his world seems much smaller and warmer somehow, since wherever life takes you, wherever you roam, we're all just a handful of friendships from home. The end. Well, The Way Home for Wolf. Beautiful story about a small wolf who got away from his pack, who got away from his protection. But his friends in the state of Alaska, and that's where I think this story would take place, they befriended him and they guided him back to the pack, where everyone was really happy to see him again. And having been lost and afraid and seen what friends can do for you, he learned a very valuable lesson, and that is surround yourself with good friends and be good friends to one another. Think about it. Y'all can talk about it. Well, I hope you enjoyed the story, and I look forward to seeing you again real soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.